Hi everyone. We're now in part 4 of blessings or curse and Deuteronomy 28. And we'll pick up where we left off. We were starting to get into the curses for those that didn't hearken in the Old Testament here, didn't hearken unto the voice of the Lord God and follow his commandments. And if you look back in my previous videos, part 1, the other 2 before this, you'll see that we talked about the similarity, and we'll conclude with the Old Covenant and the New Covenant about blessings and curses. So let's just continue on there. We were in the curses for those that didn't believe in God, which were horrible. Deuteronomy 28, verse 21. The Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee. The Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee. This is for the one that's forsaken God. This is for the one that won't hearken unto his voice or follow his commandments, that doesn't believe in God, basically. Okay? Doesn't believe in God, doesn't want nothing to do with God, is cursed. That the Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee. Oh my gosh. So a pestilence is some sort of horrible disease, some sort of deadly disease. There could be all kinds, whatever the Lord, in those times, there was different pestilences and they would be really nasty. But to cleave unto thee, that means to stick unto you, like in simple terms, to cleave, to stick on you, like it's not going anywhere. You can't get rid of it, and you don't get better because it's cleaving unto you. You can't get rid of it. You don't recover from it. It's stuck on you until he have consumed thee from off the land whither thou goest to possess it. The Lord shall smite thee with a consumption, and with a fever, and with an inflammation, and with an extreme burning, and with the sword, and with blasting, and with mildew. And they shall pursue thee until thou perish. Now, remember it said a little earlier that curse will, on these people, that the curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And, the curses will basically pursue these people. And in this chapter here, and it says, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish, until thou die. All these things here, pestilence, a fever, inflammation, extreme burning, and with blasting. I'm not sure I'll have to look that up. And consumption, I'm not sure what that means. Consumption, smite thee with a consumption. That I would guess that means it slowly consumes you, It consumes you by all of this sickness all coming on you at once, a consumption, consuming you slowly. Now, I don't know if that's right. I'm going to look that up later and try to add that in the next video. And inflammation and extreme burning, like whatever that curse is, sword, and with blasting, and with mildew. It spoke a lot in the Old Testament of mildew, and it was part of like a curse or a pestilence, whatever. And they shall pursue thee until thou perish. So I would think that, all these, it's listing all these separate things here, all that are going to come upon this person that's forsaken God, that doesn't want God, that's rejected God, and doesn't care about God. They're gonna, it says, they shall pursue thee until thou perish. And it doesn't say how long that is, but it sure looks like a bad way to go with all these things listed that are going to come upon you in curse, that's the horribleness of it. Is it's not just one thing, it's just like this big huge harvest of everything, one after the other. And thy heaven that is over thy head be brass, and the earth that is under thee shall be iron. Now what I'm guessing that means is, and thy heaven that is over thy head shall be brass. When the person now tries to, call out to God, it'll be brass, so that it's almost like he doesn't hear the person calling out. It's shall be brass. It's closed up. Now remember, this is the Old Testament. I'm guessing that, I don't know for sure, but if the heavens be brass, it's like they're closed up to you because you're cursed, right? And this, remember, is the Old Testament, not the New Testament. And the earth that is under thee shall be iron. If it's iron, the earth under you, if it's iron, I don't know if this is what it means, but I'm wondering if it means, anything you try to plant, anything you try to grow, anything you try to use the earth for, it's going to not produce anything for you. You're cursed. 24. The Lord shall make the rain of thy land powder and dust. From heaven shall it come down upon thee until thou be destroyed. 25. The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies, and thou shalt go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them, and shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. So he's not going to protect this person from their enemies, because there's a curse pursuing them. He won't protect them. And thou shalt go out one way against them, their enemies, and flee 7 ways before them, and shalt be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. Now, what it said about the enemies of the blessed, verse 7, 28, verse 7, the Lord shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face. Now, that's the ones who believe in God. See, that's the ones who hearken unto the voice of God. But the one who does not and wants nothing to, has forsaken God, it says their enemies shall they shall be smitten by their enemies, the cursed people. But the blessed people, it says their enemies will be smitten right before thy face, so that the blessed shall see it, So God has protection from enemies on the blessed, but on the cursed, and the enemies will be smitten that try to hurt, that try to come up against the blessed. They're going to be smitten. But the cursed person, them themselves would be smitten, and their enemies will have, they'll be over them, and they will flee from their enemies. But in the case of the blessed, their enemies will be smitten. They'll be removed from them. They'll be killed, probably. Okay. And thy carcass shall be meat unto all fowls of the air, and unto the beasts of the earth, and no man shall fray them away. So it sounds like even after they're dead, possibly they may, not have a proper burial or anything, but the carcasses will be eaten. The Lord shall smite thee with the botch of Egypt, and with the emerods, and with the scab, and with the itch thereof thou canst not be healed. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness,